Today we're talking about shear stress, the misalignment of forces. And we've already talked about having an ideal state that we're moving towards in our future. So let's say we're moving towards the future, and as we think about it, we start thinking, oh my gosh, what if this happens? And what if this happens? And what if this happens? And we start, even though we're moving forward, our mind is holding us back, this misalignment. Instead, if we looked at it as, oh wow, what if this happens? And what if this happens? And what if this happens? Using that ideal state, instead, both our mind and our being is moving together, and we'll get there a lot faster. So what about if the other situation where we're moving towards that ideal state, but now the past keeps coming into our head, and we're thinking, oh no, how can I possibly think of, I'm going to be successful because look what happened last time, or look what my teacher told me, or oh my gosh, this is just going to be a disaster because of I don't have the experience, or I don't, whatever. Again, there's this mismatch. We're trying to move to the ideal state, but our past is pulling us back. And sometimes we might say, oh, look at the past. It was so good. It'll never be as good again. We dwell on the past, and then we're trying to move forward, and now we're trying to move forward going backwards, and that's even more ineffective. So again, if we can let go of the past, celebrate the good parts of it, forget about the bad or learn the lessons from it, and turn to the ideal state, and then again we can be moving quickly to our future. And there's also a mismatch that happens with the present. We can say, oh, look at this situation. Isn't that situation awful? Let me really dig into it and see all the stuff that's going on with this situation. And I start trying to move to the future, but I'm stuck analyzing the way things are and thinking how awful it is. So again, you notice in each one of these things, there's this mismatch, which is not very effective to moving to the ideal state. So it's great to know where we are and getting a clear picture of that so that we can map our path to the future. But we want to make sure that we're not stuck on that. So if we're moving towards that positive future, not the negative future, if we look at the past and learn from it, and again turn towards that positive future, and if we look where we are so we can map our path, we can be really successful in moving towards that ideal state of a great future.